Okay, hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the socio-cultural theory. It's me, Bhavana Thapa, and
this is Masood. And I want to talk about introduction first, where we say that the socio-cultural theory proposed that social interaction and culture play an important role in shaping individual cognitive development according to structural learning and sociocultural theory is sociological and psychological theory, which deals with the significance of culture and society in developing and shaping individuals. And it also demonstrates how friends, parents, and even others in society develop people's cognitive learning and sociocultural function. So this theory looks at contributions of society towards the development of processes of individuals.
Leo Vygotsky, 1896, 1934, he said that social cultural theory is a stream of psychology development, and according to which it's a learning and knowledge acquisition, and which is a result from social interaction. And in this sense, what we can say that it can be the social cultural theory is a learning theory that is based on Vygotsky's social cultural theory. Cognitive development of individual is directly related to the social interaction within the framework of the dominant culture, which is a response to the socialization process. It is also understood that the development of the person is the result of socialization. It was said by Isabella 2020. And along with the Piaget theory of cognitive development, socio-cultural theory is one of the most important in the field of evolutionary psychology and education.
Yeah, and about the characteristics of sociocultural theory, I should say that sociocultural theory believes that human development and learning originates in social, historical, and even in cultural interactions. And also, sociocultural theory uses psychological tools and particularly language to mediate development of higher mental functions. And about the learning that occurs within the zone of proximal development in this theory. The last characteristics is about sociocultural theory. It considers the tools and indications that mediate the process of social interaction and human development, particularly the language.
After the characteristics of the social cultural theory, let's move towards the contribution of the social cultural theory, especially in the psychology field. According to Britraj Carrier and Kalaman in their article, it was by Vygotsky, they said that social-cultural approach, that contribution from the social cultural theory is in the field of that psychology are mainly to understand the social cognitive development, which used to occur especially in the early childhood. And another one is the development of language and the communication, and likewise the study of the construction of written language is also another contribution of social cultural theory in the field of psychology.
Okay. And regarding the questions, the theory good at addressing the following questions comes. first one is how do different cultures affect way people think, learn, and communicate each other. The second one is how do children acquire cultural values, beliefs, and problem-solving strategies through the social interaction. And the third question is how do language and other like symbolic systems mediate the human cognition and behavior. The first one is how can education be designed to foster collaborative and like cooperative learning among diverse learners?
Okay, after the questions, let's move towards the assumption that related to the social cultural theory. Mainly, there are the social interaction and learning, learning as a tool, and the zone of proximal development, ZDP. And based on the social interaction and learning, social cultural theory believes that human learning is primarily a social process. Our cognitive function develop through the interactions and with the greater experience and the skills from the society. Simply what we can say is that psychological growth is guided by our environment, where the environment play the mental role and mental types of role there, and regarding learning as a tool, social cultural theory believes that language is an important for the learner, and language plays a powerful tool in the learning process. With language, we communicate, we share our experience, and our knowledge also we share, and even we construct the meaning what other people are saying and what we want to share. And the most important assumption of this social culture theory is zones of proximal development, ZDP. This is the central of the social cultural theory. According to the Vygotsky, this is the distance between the actual learning, actual development level of the learner, and as it is determined by the independent problems, problem solving, and the level of the potential development is that is determined through the problem solving under adult guidance and the collaboration with the capable peers. These are the assumptions of the social cultural theory.
Good. And then about the major individuals that have helped develop the theory, I should name these two guys, Lev Vygotsky, who was born in 1896 in Orsha, in a city in Western Russian city. And when he was 21 years old, he earned a law degree at Moscow, where he studied a variety of topics like sociology, linguistics, psychology, and philosophy. And he was a creative writer, so he had published works on psychology in 10 years, and his interests were wide ranging about uh, frequently revolved around child development, education, art, psychology, and language development. And he proposed several key views regarding how children learn, you know, and develop within culture and society. Could you talk about the next guy?
Okay, Jerome Werner, he was born on October 1, 1915, and June 5, 2016. He was American psychologist. He did a significant contribution in the field of human cognitive psychology and cognitive learning, uh, especially in educational psychology. And he was the senior researcher fellow at the New York University School of Law. And he considered that children develop knowledge and meaning by active engagement in their work, in their surrounding environment, And he highlighted the importance of culture and the language in the cognitive development, which occurs as the spiral from as a youngster that repeat basic concept and that increase the level of complexity and abstraction.
Okay, good. Let's go to the paper that we selected, which is about the impact of changing environment on undergraduate mathematics students' status. And this article focuses on the impact of changing environment on the impact of changing the environment to undergrad mathematics students' status and describes through their engagement, participant, and motivation levels. So the main goal is to analyze the students' reaction to a long-term emergency caused by the COVID pandemic. And the mixed method case study was conducted at one of the universities to evaluate how completely remote teaching can be evaluated for the secondary influence students. And the results shows that distance learning and other social factors decrease the university's mathematics students' motivation and engagement and even participation and totally their overall performance as well in the long term. And despite the countless teaching strategies implemented, the consolidated combination of mathematics and technology and the use of situation-aware e-learning platform.
Okay, they had three research questions. And the first question was what didactic strategies should the mathematics teacher adopt to ensure students acquire the same skill as face-to-face teaching? And the second was how can a student interest be keep alive? How do you stimulate them to follow the lesson at a distance in an emergency? And the third one, what aspect of mathematics teaching at as Blackboard are composed with distance learning in the context of emergency?
Yeah, nice. And the conceptual framework, which focuses on transformative pedagogy. The aim is to determine whether the change in teaching methods brought about the crisis are sustainable in the long term or whether they are merely temporary adaptations to current circumstances, like as some researchers said that transformative learning theory, like learning entails expanding one's consciousness through the transformation of fundamental worldwide and specific like self skills. And within the context of transformative learning, certain dedicated conditions may arise, ultimately leading to the process of perspective transformation, which manifests across three distinct dimensions: the psychological dimension, the conventional dimension, and even the behavioral dimension, like involving change in one's lifestyle.
As a result, they found that the distance learning and other social factors decrease the university mathematics students' motivation, engagement, participation, and overall performance in the long term, despite the countless teaching strategies implemented. The consolidated combination of mathematics and technology and the use of situation aware and the e-learning platform Actually, they use, based on the social cultural theory, they use the zone of proximal development as their strategic relationship in this article. According to the definition given by the Vygotsky, GDP is the gap between the learner's current development level and determined by their ability to independently solve the problems, and their potential development level is that determined through the problem solving with the guidance of the adult, the peers. And this concept appeared to be closely linked with these research, and especially in the learner motivation, participation, and engagement.
Yeah. And here are our references. Thank you very much for your attention.
If you have any questions, you can contact us. Thank you.